My name is Jeremiah Jones. I'm the CEO of Bosco Legal Services.
Joseph Jones, Vice President of Bosco Legal Services. We're based here in Riverside, California. We've got offices throughout Southern California, and we've got about 50 employees.
Currently within Bosco Legal, we have 4 operational departments, being investigations, service of process, our court filings department, and our records retrieval or photocopy department. With the old system that we were using, we found it was very antiquated. We were spending a lot of time and extra positions and extra money trying to work around the old system.
And we had many times where the system would go down, we'd call, and we couldn't get anybody on the phone. We'd send an email, we couldn't get anybody on the phone. There was constant problems like that.
The server that it was hosted on would crash constantly.
You're trying to run a business, you gotta get your proofs done, you've gotta get your invoices done, and when things aren't working, it creates a lot of downtime, which, affects everything. Customer satisfaction. Customers aren't gonna be happy if they're not getting, their documents back in time. The staff, you're paying people to sit around twiddling their thumbs.
We found that with our old system, whenever we needed changes or tweaks or modifications or anything like that it was taking forever to get a response, if we even got a response at all.
Our entire business was built around this software. If anything went wrong, accounting couldn't work, we couldn't do proofs of service, we couldn't enter in new orders. Literally every facet of our business was built around it. So besides the software not being efficient, I was worrying about what would happen. Because if he's gone and something goes wrong with our software, it stops working, what am I gonna do? That's really when we, one of the primary things that started pushing us to look for, something new, something better, and something that was staying on top of technology and leveraging all the new technologies so we could be efficient. ServeManager has just been so wonderful to work with because they speak my language. When we send in requests, we get answers.
The ServeManager team has been just amazing to work with. Pretty much from day one, the response has been amazing. Everybody is on top of things. We were able to speak with a live person. We're able to have our concerns addressed.
We shoot our emails off, we're getting responses quickly. Every time we call, we're getting somebody on the phone. And when we have something that comes up that we need help with, I always feel like the staff at ServeManager, they take ownership of whatever that problem is. It's not let me go talk to somebody and we'll get back to you in 2 weeks and see if we can come up with an answer. They're trying to come up with an immediate answer. If they don't have an immediate answer, they're going to, research it and get back to me right away. When you're dealing with software companies, oftentimes, you're dealing with nerds, right? Who all they do is sit behind a computer all day and, they speak in computer talk. I found the staff at ServeManager to be really easy to communicate with. They weren't speaking to me in a language that I didn't understand. They were able to break it down. So, all right, here's what to expect. Here's the process. As we've gone through using ServeManager, it's created a lot of efficiencies.
A client will call on and they'll give us kind of vague information or not a lot of information. They're trying to figure out what's going on with something, or they've got a question about something or other. In ServeManager, it's really easy to be able to find the jobs right away and to be able to get your clients up to date information.
It's so much easier just to keep track of assignments and to go through, we have a lot of filters. All right, I want to see all open process assignments. I want to see all open photocopy assignments, court assignments. Where are they at in process? How long have we had them? It's really easy to filter through the assignments that we have open. As long as we have an internet connection, we're into the system. We can have everybody doing it. It's really convenient. I'll want to check on, our accounts receivable, see where we're at, check on our billing for the month. I can just pull out my cell phone where I'm at, and look at it.
As we were able to implement some of those efficiencies, it positioned us better for growth.
We used to have 2 or 3 people to do one job. Now it can be done by one person.
Over the last year, we've had more than 30% growth, and we couldn't have absorbed that with our old system. Once we started seeing the efficiencies and how much better things were running with ServeManager, the prices, you could probably raise your rates on us and we won't don't really do that, but
And I don't know if I should tell ServeManager this, but frankly, I don't really care what you charge me. It's making us so efficient.
it's a no-brainer for us. We feel like you get a tremendous bang for your buck with ServeManager.
After we had ServeManager implemented for a whole year, at the end of the year, we start looking, all right, where are we gonna, implement some price increases? This particular client, we found that between the free work that we were doing for them, the discounted work we were doing for them, and all the little extras that they got, even though they were top 5 clients, we were barely making money on them.
Through the streamlining process, we're getting status to our clients faster. We're getting their proofs back faster. We're having more satisfied customers that are sending us more and more work. The transition process went relatively smooth. There's some hiccups, just people getting used to entering things differently, or having 2 sets of invoices or monthly statements for a while, just as we were kind of shifting and filtering and things. But at the end of the day, it was a lot less painful than we had anticipated.
I think one of the most difficult things for us in changing softwares was that we had to change our processes. It wasn't just, unplugging one system and plugging in another and doing things the same way. And that's kind of the point. Initially, that's not how we viewed it. We viewed it as, hey, we'd like to just kind of replicate the old system in a more efficient way. But that's not how it works. That's not how you evolve your business. It was taking a look at everything that we did and deciding, all right, what can we change? What processes can we implement to make us run more efficiently? When I reached out to ServeManager and we were talking about the transition, one of the things I really liked was the honesty. They're like, listen, there's a lot of moving pieces here. I'm sure we're gonna, have stuff break. Stuff isn't gonna play out according to plan. It was so much better knowing ahead of time, what to expect. It's easy to say or to stay doing the things the same way you always have. But if you want to progress, if you want to do better than you did yesterday, you've got to change.
And we did have a few clients that gave us a little bit of pushback because, okay, well, your invoice looks differently. I'm used to seeing, my reference number here instead of here, things like that. But when we were able to go back to them and say, look, this is why we made the change. These are the benefits to you. And by doing this, we're able to, you guys don't want your costs to go up. We're looking for ways that we can trim costs so that we can not have to raise your rates. And we kind of took that approach with them. And we had zero pushback after that. It was just more giving them the explanation why things were changing.
To the business owner out there who's thinking, this is, I can't change my software. I've got, 20, 30, 50 grand invested in this legacy software that I bought. I've got all that money invested. All my staff knows how to use it. It is a huge change. But to you, I say, once you do it, you're going to be so happy you did.
I think from start to finish, it was probably more than 4 years that we had been having these discussions that we've got to do something. And we just drug it on for way too long.
There's so many efficiencies that can be gained and that can help propel your company forward.
I would recommend doing it. Just rip the Band-Aid, make the switch.
ServeManager is something that I can be proud of. That I can show my clients, hey, this is a representation of our company. We're cutting edge. We're on top of things.